Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Juan Solo here with A Squad Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 10 major changes from the Modern Warfare beta to the Modern Warfare launch, which is happening in less than 24 hours. Some of these changes are huge gameplay adjustments, as well as there's a few things behind the scenes that I think you guys are really going to want to know. But real quick, before we jump into that, if you guys go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would be super appreciated. Also, for those of you guys that are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you do not miss any future uploads. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is a substantial buff to the AK-47. And me personally, I really enjoyed using this weapon during the beta, but I did feel as if it was underpowered for the recoil that it had. I was just losing too many gunfights to the M4, which was the gun that you basically started the game with. And this information comes from a tweet over on Twitter where Joe Seacott did confirm that they want people to give the AK-47 a try upon release because it has gotten some love, and this is definitely something that I think needed to happen to this weapon to make it more balanced. Next, we have a bunch of lighting adjustments where there were a bunch of dark areas on the map that really needed to be balanced out so they weren't so dark. A good example would be the vents on Gunrunner. It was just pitch black when you were looking in from the outside, but if you were in the vents, you could see out plain as day. And this was a big issue in a lot of areas on a lot of maps, and it looks like they've actually went through and toned those back to make it a little bit more balanced so that you can't just hide in a dark corner. Next, we have some spawn logic changes, and obviously in Ground War being a 32v32, that mode definitely needed some adjustments with the spawns, and the developers did say that they were adjusting a lot of the spawn logic with the Ground War mode, as well as the 10v10 and even some of the 6v6 spawns, because it was just too easy to be spawn trapped in some of the modes on some of the maps, and those will be adjusted for launch. Next, we're going to be talking about some party and matchmaking changes. So this was a huge one when it actually came to the beta, and that was when you were running in a large party, you had to back out of the game and reform the party after every single match because it would not matchmake into a new lobby, and this issue has been fixed, so do not expect to see that upon launch. So when they were finding out as much data as they could about the matchmaking in Modern Warfare, they made it so that after every game it would pull you out of the lobby and start looking for a new lobby, and that is also gone for the launch of the game, because if you want to stay in a lobby with some other players and stuff that you're having some fun with, it's going to be like old school Call of Duty. You're not going to have to leave that lobby after every single game. It's just going to be depending on whether or not you back out of the lobby. So Modern Warfare is the first Call of Duty title to fully support cross-platform play, but the one thing that was actually hard during the beta is, for instance, if you had a friend on PlayStation and you had another friend on Xbox, you couldn't be in an actual chat party like you could if you were on the same console. And the lead art director for Infinity Ward actually replied to somebody that was tweeting at him that said, "Hey Joel, will there be a way to form a party chat across platform, or will I just have to mute the lobby every game?" And he went on to say, yes, there will be a cross-platform party system in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is huge for the cross-platform play. Being able to be in a private chat party across multiple platforms is going to be fantastic for those of you guys out there that are going to be playing with your friends on separate platforms. Next, we're going to be talking about some changes to the minimap. So during the beta, originally the minimap was not active unless you got a UAV, but during the beta the developers changed that to have an active minimap at all times, but red dots would not show up unless you had a UAV. They slightly took that a step further with the full release of the game, and they zoomed the minimap out, because this was a complaint that I saw a lot, including from myself, was the minimap really didn't serve too big of a purpose because it was zoomed in way too far and you could not see far enough on the minimap. It is definitely the most zoomed in that any minimap has been in the history of Call of Duty, and for the full launch of the game, the minimap is zoomed out much further, kind of comparable to other Call of Duty titles. Also, there was some adjustments to the Claymores that are going to be in Call of Duty Modern Warfare in the launch build of the game. They are going to be much more visible with the red laser tripwires, similar to Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, because this was a complaint I saw quite a bit in the beta, was the fact that Claymores were too hard to see and you could pretty much put them anywhere, and that definitely relates to the skill gap when it came to Claymores back in Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Because of those red lasers, you had to strategically place them, and with this change, you're definitely going to have to be more aware of where you're placing these because they are going to stand out much more than they did in the beta. Also, based on community feedback, the black and white screen that you got while you were injured has been tamed back a little bit, so it is not going to go full black and white. You still are going to have some color, but it is going to be noticeably different than when you're not injured at all, just to kind of signify that you are injured and you need to take cover. And this was also a complaint I saw a lot of people talking about, especially in the night modes, because it basically fully deactivated your night vision when you got hurt, and I think from a gameplay standpoint this is a good change moving forward. Also, there will be an option to turn on a connection meter in the option menu, but it will only be for your connection, so you will be able to see the ping and your connection status and everything compared to the host, but it's not going to be like the old school days of Call of Duty where you could just push back on your controller and see the scoreboard and would have the ping bars and stuff like that. I really wish they would go back to that because I feel as if that was a really good feature, but I guess this is better than nothing. And last but not least, there's been a lot of adjustments with the weapon details and audio, because for those of you that did not know, during the multiplayer beta, the sound on the weapons was not exactly what it was supposed to be. It was a little bit bugged, and they made some adjustments and did some bug fixes and stuff like that, so we should get the full audio experience of the weapons upon full release. And one of the biggest details that all of the Call of Duty YouTubers were praising when they actually went out to play the game in pre-alpha was the smoking barrels and the particle effects from when you were shooting the weapon that were not present in the multiplayer beta. That will be in the game upon full release of the game, so we should be seeing a lot more details with our weapons on screen. But overall, that's pretty much going to do it for the video. That is a rundown of 10 big things that are going to be coming to the full release of Call of Duty Modern Warfare from the beta. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you guys learned something, you guys are excited about the release of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, make sure to drop a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new to stay up to date on the latest information surrounding Call of Duty Modern Warfare, as well as Ghost Recon Breakpoint on the channel moving forward. But that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.